And a warm welcome back to TVB News. The Ombudsman has revealed an increasing trend of lifeguards abusing their sick leave, forcing local beaches and public swimming pools to be closed. The watchdog blames the Leisure and Cultural Services Department for being too lax in monitoring its staff. Adam Shu has more details.
It's not uncommon for the Leisure and Cultural Services Department, or LCSD, to close its beaches and swimming pools, especially in summer. While strike action by lifeguards, bad weather and power glitches can be some of the causes, the Ombudsman knows that about half of the closures last year were due to the fact that lifeguards were late or simply didn't show up for work. The Ombudsman says there is a rising trend of lifeguards abusing their sick leave. In one case, a lifeguard took more than 530 days of sick leave over the past 6 years. In 2014, his swimming pool had to be closed 6 times thanks to his absence.
LCSD's monitoring of sick leave taken by staff members were lax when compared with other departments, and execution was ineffective.
LCSD has started to put a staff member under close watch when he or she takes 5 days of sick leave within 3 months instead of 9 days as in the past. But the Lifeguards Union says they take sick leave to protest against a shortage of hands.
They are so angry, and then they have so many pressure. So they having individually having a strike to having a sick leave. They will try to fight for their right. I don't think they abuse the system.
The Ombudsman says the department should consider adding more standby lifeguards for each facility and offering better training and incentives to part-time or voluntary lifeguards in peak seasons. It added that contracting out the service should also be an option, but the department should closely communicate with the union to prevent possible strikes. Adam Xu, TVB News.
The Lands Department also came under fire from the Ombudsman for being too passive in handling unlawful occupation of government land and breaches of land lease conditions. In response, the department promised to plug systemic loopholes. Adam Xu again.
An investigation by the Ombudsman Office noted the Lands Department has, for years, allowed people who unlawfully occupy government land to apply for short-term tenancy. The department said this could both enrich the public cover and make the most of an idle plot. The regularization approach is also taken in the department's handling of land lease breaches, allowing the occupant to be exempted from the lease's restrictions. Today, the Ombudsman criticized the policy, saying it, in effect, encourages the breaking of the law due to inadequate oversight and delayed actions. For one thing, most of the applications are filed only after the violations have existed for some time, and the processing of such applications tends to be lengthy, sometimes taking as many as 4 years. Moreover, the department usually won't take any actions during the wait so that the irregularities can continue unpunished.
We do find that the existing system of regularization do have a lot of loopholes where the applicants or some illegal users can abuse. You can't really rely on public complaint or even valuation by the media, because usually people would not know whether it's illegal use of government land until they are harassed or they are really annoyed. And if they are due to resources, that would be important for them to at least to conduct some spot check to show the determination of the government.
The Ombudsman says it's unbelievable that in the digital age, the Lands Department doesn't know how much illegally occupied government land is subjected to regularization, where the plots are, nor how much rental revenue they can generate. The Ombudsman adds such statistics are necessary for better management of the city's scarce land resources. The Lands Department has promised to act against the violation even when an application is being processed, unless that will negatively impact livelihood, cause safety hazards, or contradict the government policy. It will also prioritize riskier breaches in its law enforcement actions. Adam Xu, TVB News.
Hong Kong people looking to study or work overseas may want to think about improving their English skills. Judging from results of a language assessment test, scores from Malaysia and the Philippines were higher than those in Hong Kong.
They don't have many chance to speak when they're out of the school, or in the daily life, probably will go on the street and then probably they still use Cantonese or Chinese, but still the chance for using English for speaking and also writing is quite rare, I can say, in Hong Kong. And that's why it is the areas they have to pick it up and improve.
So, Tony, some football news, eh?
That's right, the resumption of the Champions League. Champions League is back, and in tonight's featured game, Manchester City takes on a potentially dangerous German side. Jameson Wong reports.
Manchester City, fresh off their derby win over United, host Germany's